Corbin Vanderweg, family practitioner, Steeplechase Family Practice, and I'm going to show you a few things about Message Center, how to use it, some tricks that I've learned along the way, hopefully help you guys out a little bit. So I'm going to start off just with the general Message Center. You see the up here in red, critical message. And one of the things that I learned is that you can actually add a preview pane. So as you're clicking through the list of general messages, you can see the preview without having to get into them. So if you go up to Inbox, you can select or unselect this, and that'll allow you to see the preview before you open up the message. I'm just going to open this up. And one of the things I discovered was that there's actually a summary view where you can see information about the patient without entering the message over here, and allows you to see last office visit, future appointments, get into documents, and that kind of thing. But once you open up the message itself, say you're going to reply, a couple other neat features here. If you have people that you use frequently in your Message Center, you can actually add them to your favorites. And so you can right-click and add as a favorite here. And then once they're added as a favorite, you can see down below you've got your list of your favorites. Allows you to get to those a lot faster when you're adding in a frequent contact that you use. Another thing that I found is helpful, it took me a while to find, was that they have this message journal up here. This allows you to access recent phone notes and messages that have been corresponding. That way you know kind of the latest in the thread of messages that this patient might have communicated, or you know what you talked to them about a week ago regarding the clinical matter. And so that's basically the couple things. I guess there's also this save to chart. Since this message has already been sent to me, it's already saved to the chart, so this is grayed out here. But if you're sending a new message, you can select to save or not to save to the chart. And you can actually set this in settings. If you go to your preferences, again, up at Inbox, Manage, Configuration, or Preferences, will get you to a point where you can visualize and see what preferences, and one of those is to save to the chart automatically or not to. You can also choose, upon replying, whether you want to have this delete automatically or not. And so I chose to go ahead and have it delete, so whenever I reply to a message, it clears it off my desktop so that I know that I've done that and I don't accidentally send another message. A couple other things, besides sending messages, we also have our results. And as you pull up a result, they have this action pane down at the bottom. And if you want to, you can actually create a reminder directly from this result. And once that's checked, you can add a comment, and that reminder will go to your nurse without you having to open up a new reminder, which is kind of a neat feature. You do want to make sure, though, that that is checked, because you can add a comment to a result and it doesn't go to anybody. So just make sure that you've checked that additional forward action so that it actually goes to somebody and not just records to the chart. And then, of course, for reminders and messages, you can also choose to remind yourself on a given date. This is nice for our forward flags, what we used to have in Centricity. And this allows us to choose a timeline for when we want to see something for a follow-up CT scan or mammogram or whatever it is. And then those will come up in your reminders box. And you can also set a due date so that reminders will move automatically up into your high priority items if you want to do that. And then up here they have tabs for the inbox, proxies, and pools. Proxies you want to probably have set to your nurse or the person you're working with most closely, and that way you can see what's sitting on their desktop, and likewise they can set you as their default proxy. And again, that's in settings. You can set a default proxy so that it always goes to the same person. And then pools, likewise you can set a default pool in the settings as well. So that's just a few tips of things that I found useful in Message Center. Feel free to contact us if you have any other questions.